back to the program. Paul, you know what Paul Sorvino was singing? You know what opera that was from?
I don't.
El Nino! Our next guest helped define the term leggy supermodel. She is one of the most famous and successful models working today, and she also has her own brand new 1992 calendar. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the program leggy supermodel Elle McPherson. Oh, Elle! I feel like I've had 2 weeks off now.
Welcome along.
Nice to see you. You look wonderful. Thank you very much. Oh, man, look at those deals. You look great. And let me just thank you here for putting up with our tomfoolery. It's all good-natured. You know, we think the world of you.
I realized that. It was a nice surprise to see you backstage.
Yes, wasn't it? Well, where should we begin? First of all, Happy New Year. What did you do for New Year's? Where did you celebrate?
I was in Aspen, Colorado.
Ah, that's where the beautiful people go to ski. That's what
I don't know about that. That's where there was very good snow this year.
Mm-hmm. Do you ski well?
Reasonably well.
Yeah.
I like to ski. That's most important.
Do you use the long skis or the short skis?
They're all long.
Really? I thought there were two methods of skiing. You had the long skis or the short skis.
That's true. If you're going to do the bumps, and hot dogs and stuff like that, which I don't do.
No, you can't do that. The moguls?
No,
Yeah.
moguls.
Interestingly enough, when I was a child, for a time being, we had a family living next door to us named Short Ski.
No.
Yeah, just kind of flash back to when I was like 3 or 4. The short skis, I don't know, they moved. The old man got transferred and they moved to Toledo.
Poor thing.
So that's where you spent Christmas and New Year's?
No, Christmas in New York. My very first Christmas away from Australia. I had a Christmas tree and stuff like that in New York.
Right.
And then I went on the 27th to Aspen.
Oh. I think that for people who may not live here or are not familiar with New York City, if you can come for the holidays, it's the best time.
It was so great. I mean, it was like a dream, especially for an Australian. I mean, I'm used to summer kind of Christmases. The decorations and everything like that. It's really magic.
Your home city in Australia is what?
Sydney.
Sydney, Australia.
Right.
And Christmas, obviously, is their summer down there. So it's beer, you're sitting around
prawns,
eating
barbie.
Cheese, getting sweaty.
Exactly, going to the beach.
And you have, now you're not going to be in the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Issue this year. How come?
Well, actually, it's a bit sad. It's been a long time I've been working for Sports Illustrated, and I missed not working with them this year, but it's a bit difficult to do kind of promote my own calendar and to promote their calendar at the same time.
Conflict of interest, you're saying?
Not really conflict of interest, just a lot of work.
Oh, too much work.
And, and I just figure, it was time for me to do something alone, and not rely on a big institution, because they can just kind of...
Yes, I know, but I think you, and I don't know the figures, but I think you probably have sold more swimsuit magazines for them than any other model, wouldn't you think?
You're such a sweetheart.
I mean, don't people identify you with that?
Isn't he sweet?
This is a great... Thank you. All right, do you mind if we look at the calendar a little bit? Okay. Now, what is the concept of the calendar? It's you all over the world in exotic locations?
In my favorite places. I decided for this calendar I was going to go to my favorite places. So there's some places, some in Australia, in Tahiti, in Bali, in the Bahamas.
Ever been to Gary, Indiana?
No, I haven't. But is that an invitation?
Oh, beautiful. Yes, I have
We can go on a hot date there.
I have a timeshare there in Gary. Vacation place. I get it a couple of months in August. We'll go right out.
Fabulous.
A couple of weeks in August. All right, let's just look at a couple of these. These are lovely. All taken by the same photographer?
Yes.
Taken by a man or a woman?
A man.
And is this a man you've worked with before? You feel comfortable with?
Reasonably.
Okay. All right. Where was that taken?
This was taken in the Bahamas.
Get you right out of those wet things. You'll catch your death of clothes.
I know.
Catch your death of clothes. Here we have. This is something here. This says lazy Sunday at home.
But it's not really at home.
But you getting ready to watch Meet the Press there, I guess?
I'm getting ready to watch the Super Bowl.
this week with David Brinkley. Yeah.
It's me just hanging out watching the Super Bowl.
Lazy Sunday at home, Paul. Yeah, these certainly are lovely. All right, let's take a look at a couple other ones. Here, there was one I wanted to ask you about the sand.
There's a problem there.
You know, the kids could go tenting in this.
Multi-purpose calendar.
I can't seem to get to the one where there's sand. Oh, here. I just wanted you to look at it. We were looking at this in the office. This is a beautiful series of photos. Where were these taken?
They were taken in Australia.
All right, Hal, can you get down in here on this one? I just want you to look at the smile on this camel's face.
That's the reason why I chose it. I'm glad you noticed that.
This camel knows humps, you know what I mean? Stop it. I know, it's just now let me just find the sandy one. How are we doing? Oh, it's time to go? I'll decide when it's time to go tonight, thank you.
I'm going to stay here for the rest of the evening.
Oh, here it is. Oh, my, look at this one. Good Lord Almighty.
So?
There we go.
I sat down, and then I sat back up again. And that's how it was.
I would like to come back as a whisk broom. If I can come back in another life, would that it were. Well, I think that's enough cheap, ugly remarks for one night, don't you? It's a lovely piece of work, and it's on sale now, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. How much does that cost?
I don't know.
Yeah.
$13.95 maybe.
Pretty good. Probably sell millions.
I don't know. It's done very well. We sold 130,000 in Australia.
Wow.
Which is pretty good. I mean, we're only
Very
16
good.
million people in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm working on next year's now.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Good for you.
We'll have to come up with an idea.
You want to hang around? Or do you have to go? Does she have to go? What
No.
are we doing? What are we doing next?
I'll stay.
What are we doing?
I'm here.
Huh? We'll do a station identification. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. With us tonight is Elle McPherson is here. Lou Reed will be out here in a couple of minutes. And Jim Dwyer will be joining us. He's written a fascinating book about riding on the subways here in New York City.
Sounds wonderful.
Ever been on the subways here?
Not for a long time.
You smell nice. You smell great. You know, it's your cologne and your jacket. It's like being in a really smells like being in a really good luggage store.
I guess that's a compliment.
Oh, it is a compliment. Oh, yes,
Thank you.
yes. Tomorrow on the program, ladies and gentlemen, get ready to jot this down on your sheets. Lee Merrick will be here with some kind of a scientific demonstration for us. Comedian George Miller will be here with some sort of comedy demonstration. and our old friend and one of the hosts of the Today Show. You know, the Today Show is 40 years old. They've been on the air for 40 years. I'll tell you how old the Today Show is on. They were on before television. Really? That's not true. No, people used to just leave their homes and come down and watch them do it in an empty room. The Today Show started out in a church basement. That's the truth.
Sure that is true.
And people would come in there and just sit down in folding chairs and watch them do their little, well, it was more of a skit in those days.
No.
And from that it evolved into the show we know today.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I'm nothing if not fascinating. And anyway, Joe Garagiola will be with us tomorrow on the program. Now,